Namaskar. Today in this video, I will discuss ideal and non-ideal solutions. What are ideal solutions? According to the physical concept, ideal solutions are those which remains in the solution state whatsoever the conditions are imposed. And mathematically, ideal solutions are those which obey the following four conditions. What are those conditions? Number one, they should obey Rolle's law. They should obey Rolle's law, means PA is equal to PA naught XA. This is the partial pressure. This is the vapor pressure of A component in the pure form, and this is the mole fraction. If this equality exists, then we can say the Rolle's law is obeyed. And second condition is delta H mixing is equal to 0. Sometimes it is also written as delta mixing H. Delta mixing H is equal to 0. Means when two components of the solution are mixed, then there are neither endothermic or exothermic reactions, and this is impossible conditions. You can say delta H mixing cannot be obeyed properly, but this is the condition. And what is the third condition? Delta V mixing is equal to 0. Means the volume change on mixing of the two components should be equal to 0. For example, if one component has 5 ml volume and other component has 10 ml volume, then the volume on mixing of the solution will be 5 plus 10, 15. This condition appears to be very simple, but this is also a very tough to maintain, very tough to obey. So this is also a very tough condition. And fourth, which is not as important, but it is activity of the component must be equal to mole fraction of that component. This is not the, you can say, major condition. These three conditions are the major three conditions for a solution to be an ideal solution. And if we take vapor pressure in this side and mole fraction in this side, then these straight lines will be the representation of an ideal solution. There are very less examples which obey like the ideal solutions, and those examples are when ethyl bromide is mixed with ethyl iodide, then not exactly but nearly ideal solutions are formed. Likewise, when N-hexane and N-heptane are mixed, or when benzene and toluene they are mixed, then very near to ideal solutions are formed. And this is the graphical representation for the ideal solutions. Now, if we discuss the non-ideal solutions, the non-ideal solutions show either positive deviations from the ideal behavior or negative deviations from the ideal behavior. So let us discuss first of all non-ideal solutions with positive deviations. Non-ideal solutions with positive deviations. Suppose there is a component A which has AA interactions, and we add a component B which has BB interactions. On mixing, there will be obviously AB interactions, and if AB interactions are weak, then the AA interactions and BB interactions. If AB interactions of the solution, they are weak, obviously if interactions of the solution are weak, then evaporation will be more, vapor pressure will be more, and in that case we will get the positive deviations. Suppose when interactions of the solutions are weak, then pressure will be more than expected, and in that case also delta H mixing will be greater than 0, delta V mixing will be greater than 0, and activity and mole fraction, they are not equal to each other. And in these three conditions, when particularly pressure is more than expected pressure or according to Rolle's law, then these curves are obtained, and this is P total greater than PA plus PB, and this curve is PA greater than PA naught XE, and this curve is PB greater than PB naught XB. Means all these curves do not obey the Rolle's law, and in such conditions we say that positive deviations are observed. The graphs are above the straight lines. And if we take some example, what was the condition? Interactions are weak. So we will take an example in which hydrogen bonding is broken and interactions of the solutions become weak. Let us take an example. Suppose we have ethyl coal, and these are hydrogen bonds in the pure ethyl coal component, and when suppose cyclohexane is added, then it will break these hydrogen bonds, and when these hydrogen bonds or some of the hydrogen bonds are broken, then interactions of the solution will become weak, evaporation will be more, and they will show positive deviations. So these are the positive deviations of the solution. And now we will discuss negative deviations, non-ideal solutions with negative deviations. Once you know the positive deviations, the negative deviations can be easily understood. Now, when positive deviations were there, then these interactions of the solutions were weak. Now, the second case is when these interactions are stronger. When these interactions are stronger, then you can say evaporation will be less. When evaporation will be less, then vapor pressure will be less, and partial pressure of the component will be less than this product. delta H mixing will be less, delta V mixing will be less, and activity will not be equal to the mole fraction. In that case, we will get the negative deviations, and particularly when vapor pressure of a particular component comes out to be lesser than what was expected according to Rolle's law, then negative deviations are observed. And if we talk graphical representation, then graphical representation will be below the curves. Graphical representation will be below the curves. This is the straight line. The graph will be like this. The graph will be like this. And again, this is the P total less than PA plus PB. And this is PA less than PA naught XA. This is PB less than PB naught XB. These conditions are observed graphically like this. So these are negative solutions, or you can say non-ideal solutions with negative deviations. And you have seen that negative deviations are observed when the interactions of the solutions are stronger. Interaction of the solutions are stronger means hydrogen bonds are formed. When we have taken the pure components, there was no hydrogen bonding, but when they are mixed, hydrogen bonding is formed. For example, if we have chloroform and if we add, you can say, water into it, or any, for example, HF hydrogen fluoride into it. Suppose if we add HF hydrogen fluoride, this is one component, there is no hydrogen bonding, and this is the other component, there is hydrogen bonding. Then it will not be a negative deviation, the example of negative deviation. So this component and this component both should be like that, in which there is initially no hydrogen bonding. So we will not take this component because it has hydrogen bonding. If we will take water, then even in water there is hydrogen bonding. So we will take both of these components in which there is no hydrogen bonding. And suppose if we have chloroform and we add a component in which there is no hydrogen bonding, you can say like HCl, there is no hydrogen bonding, and when they are added into each other, hydrogen bonding is formed. Hydrogen bonding is formed, and once hydrogen bonding is formed, then interactions of the solution will be stronger and vapor pressure will be less. But the most common example in such cases, suppose this is chloroform and this is acetone. When they are added, there is hydrogen bonding formation, and obviously interactions are stronger and there will be negative deviations. So these were the ideal solutions, non-ideal solutions with positive and negative deviations. And hope now these topics will be clear to you. Thank you.